Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Burn the Ship. Burn the Ship is the podcast where we connect entrepreneurs with professionals that can help you go all in on your business. I appreciate you being here up front. Thank you for coming.
No problem.
But yeah, our goal of this podcast, like I said, we want to connect people that have walked the walk and talked the talk and been through all those challenges that we experience in the small business world with people that still have those questions, haven't went through that experience yet. So again, appreciate you being here. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Well, my name is Marko Steez, and my business is called Capital Media Entertainment. I mean, I've had a couple businesses. My first business was Steez Visuals, and then I adapted that into Capital Media Entertainment. So now it's Capital Media Entertainment, and I'm thinking about changing it to something else next.
Sure. Tell me kind of that story. Tell me what we were just talking about before we kind of flicked the mic on that made you kind of grow that entrepreneur mindset.
So when I was in high school, I love to shoot videos with stuff, you know. So at first I just had an iPhone, so I was just on my phone like doing this. And then for Christmas, my stepdad bought me. Well, my mom at first bought me a GoPro, but then for Christmas my stepdad bought me a Canon 70D.
Mm-hmm.
So I started taking pictures, started shooting videos, started shooting like music videos even when I was 16.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just going around the city.
What kind of music?
Rap music.
Rappers?
Yeah. So it was rap music, pop, stuff like that. And then
The hardest shit to make videos for?
was the funnest shit to make videos for. But
Oh, damn. Let me switch this battery out. I knew I switched this battery twice, too.
that's all good. We could restart it.
No, it's straight. It's still hearing you. It's still recording. I had a dead battery in here, and I swapped it out for a battery. And then I couldn't remember if I swapped it or not, so I swapped it again.
Hey, what's up? What's going on? Did y'all get little covers for that thing?
For what?
That breathalyzer? They're like little, there's only like 4 or 5.
It comes with them. They sell you another pack of them of like.
So are you do you just reuse that mouthpiece over and over
No,
again?
you just take straws and you use straws. Just cut straws into 4 pieces.
I was gonna say, because I feel like people would be like
No.
weird about like coming
Yeah,
up
they
and just
are.
being like,
Yeah, they're super fucking weird about it, as they should be. All right. So Canon 70D, talking about making music videos.
So he bought me a Canon 70D for Christmas. Well, I mean, my birthday's on December 31st. Anyway,
Mine's the 27th, so.
So I think because when I was a kid, I used to get my gifts. I got to choose whether or not I got them for Christmas or my birthday. And I think that year I chose my birthday. So on the 31st, when I turned 17, my stepdad had bought me that camera. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to start shooting whatever I can. And so before, when I just had the GoPro, I was shooting like random stuff. Like a GoPro is like an action camera, which I was trying to shoot cinematic stuff with an action camera. It didn't really work out, so I figured that out. So I'm like, okay, let me use this as an action camera. So I bought the little mounts and put them on my bike, and would go to the skate park and do tricks on my bike and stuff at the skate park. And then I got the Canon, and I started shooting music videos. I would go to like Raytown, because I lived in Lee Summit. I would go to Raytown. I would go to Kansas City. I would go to Independence. I would go all over the place to shoot music videos. It wasn't even in Lee Summit because there wasn't any artists in Lee Summit. That's like the white part of town.
Yeah.
That's like where people go get jobs.
How far is Kansas City from there?
It's like 20 minutes away.
It's not far. Yeah.
Not far at all. It's like Lee Summit is like a suburb.
Yeah.
So I was doing music videos, photo shoots, and at the time I was doing music myself at the time, which is crazy. Because really how I got into music videos was I was trading photo shoots for the studio time, and they were like, oh yeah, can you do a music video? And I was like, I've never done one. Let me do that. We could do that. And they're like, okay, I'll give you 80 hours if you shoot a music video. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
So I shot a music video and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. This is fun. And then I learned how to edit and all that stuff. I used a program called Power Director at first, which is so old.
Yeah, it's super old.
It's like using, I don't even know what to compare it to, but something like then was like a program like,
it's like an iPhone 4 beside your,
like,
or even like the
way
3GS versus your,
way worse than that.
yeah, versus what you got now.
But yeah, so I got that camera and I started doing stuff, and so I was still in high school, so I had just got to my junior year when I started school again, and they had this program that you can enroll in, which was a technical program where you can go to all your regular classes, go to math, science, social studies, all that, whatever I was taking in high school. And for the technical part, you got to enroll in it, and you could go, they would send you off campus to like a college, a technical college, and you would go learn stuff that you wanted to learn. So I enrolled for the videography and photography class. There's a bunch of classes there. There's like nursing, mechanics, car mechanics and stuff like that. They learn all types of shit there. So I was going to that technical thing during high school, and I did that for a whole year, and I was like, okay, I know what to do now. So after that, I was like, okay, let me put this to work, because I was thinking, I'm like, okay, I know what to do now. I could shoot music videos how I want to. I could do photos. I could edit photos. I could edit videos. And I got off of that Power Director thing. I got into Final Cut from that technical college class. So I started using Final Cut, and then I started looking for jobs that I could do as far as what I learned from that technical class. Sorry, but shit. The first thing I found was, I found a couple jobs, but the thing I found that was like my favorite was for a music label that was established in Kansas City, but they had their headquarters in Lee Summit, like right down the street from my house, like 5 minutes away. So I applied for them, and I went in and I interviewed with the manager of the video department, and he was like, yeah, bro, I'm cool, I can hire you. But they put me on as an intern at first until I graduated. So I interned for like a year, which was cool or whatever. But after I graduated, they hired me, and I was making like $12 an hour, which was way better than what I was making at McDonald's, which was like $7.50. So I was like, okay, cool, shit, I can make $12 an hour right out of high school
and do what you want.
And people ain't doing that. So I was like, okay, cool, because my friends were still working at McDonald's. So it's like, okay, you got a video editor job, and then I shoot promotional content for them, and I'm working with cameras that are way better than my Red. So I'm learning, or way better than my Canon. I learned how to use a Red camera at first. So they were just teaching me how to use it, because I wasn't really shooting with it yet. They taught me how to use the Red, and then they were like, okay, can you function this thing now? Do you feel comfortable with shooting some small promo content like around the office because they had a warehouse section too, which they turned it into they had built a cyclorama in the back in the warehouse as well, and they had me shooting content back there, which was like small content, and they had, like, I was helping doing the lighting and stuff mainly, but I was like, okay, I think I want to set the camera up here. And then they had a DP too, and the DP was like, he was like, that's a good idea, but let's put it over here. So I was like kind of an intern still, while the DP that they hired was doing the actual job. But so I was putting the camera around, and then he moved it, and he's like, okay, this would be a better spot for how we're gonna light it. And I learned from them like how to do actual stuff, because like at the technical college, we didn't have any hands-on learning besides the small cameras. Then they were using like the same cameras I had, which was like a Canon 70D or like a Canon 5D. And I was just learning hands-on from them. But I worked there for like a year after I graduated, and I was like, okay, I'm kind of tired of this at this point, to be honest, because I'm working a job for these people, and I'm on a schedule, so I have to be there 9 to 5 every day, Monday to Friday, every day. So I was still shooting music videos for people as well. And so, mind you, at this time, after I graduated, I'm charging like $800 for a music video, and I could shoot a music video in a day and get it edited within that week. So I'm doing the math. I'm like, okay, so I'm making $12 an hour, 40 hours a week. Okay, that's like $400, but I could shoot a music video every week, and I could shoot it on a weekday and not even the weekend. Like at first, I was shooting them on the weekends. But yeah, after that, because people were wanting to book me during the week too for like photo shoots and stuff like that. So I told them, okay, I want to quit this job, to be honest. So I put my 2 weeks in, and I went solo with it, which is where I started my business, Steez Visuals.
And you're what, like maybe 20 at this time?
No, not at all. I'm 18.
Yeah.
So that's Steez Visuals when I was 18. And they call it Steez Visuals because I go by Marko Steez. So I started that. That was in Kansas City. So I was there in Kansas City for like another year. And I wanted to move out of Kansas City because it was becoming like boring to me, because it was the same artists. It was the same stuff to do. It was like nothing different. I started traveling. I went to Miami, New York, Chicago, Atlanta. I went all over the place, and I was trying to figure out where I wanted to move to. And I was like, okay, I think it was either between Miami or Atlanta. And I was like, okay, Atlanta is a good place to go. There's a lot of business there. Miami's a good place to go too. It's a lot of business there, but it's expensive as hell.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
okay. The lifestyle is different in Miami too. I feel like you gotta because I thought about the same thing, but you gotta live a certain lifestyle just to be in the conversation in Miami. You know, my lifestyle don't really fit. I stay to myself. You know what I mean? Like I'm locked in to the business side of things late at night. Like when I'm by myself, like I can't spend all night out and about. You got to meet people after midnight to really meet the people with money in Miami. So it's just different. It's just different.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is out here too, to be honest. But so I decided to move to Atlanta, and I didn't have the money to get a spot of my own yet. I'm making money shooting videos, but to be honest, I was sleeping in my car. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna move down here, just do what I have to do to make it happen. So I'm 18. I'm probably 19 at this time. I'm 19, sleeping in my car in Atlanta, and like I go to like a parking garage that's off of an apartment complex, and I park my car, and I just sleep in my car, and I did that for like 8 months. And after that 8 months, I had the money to get a place. Now I was like, okay, I can get a place now. And then I did that, and so by the time I was like 20, 21, I would say, I was still going as Steez Visuals, Marko Steez. I mean, I'm still going by Marko Steez, but I started my new company, which is called Capital Media Entertainment, when I was like 21. And that really started the come up of what I was doing, because I started purchasing equipment, trucks. I started like stacking up on stuff that a production company really would have, like what I learned from the music label, what they were doing. I was like, okay, let me implement this into what I'm doing as well. And
it's crazy how that $400 a week job though paid you so much later, because you learned so much though. Really though, because that's a lot of people, like exactly the people that's listening right now have been doing something for somebody else for a long time, and they've developed whatever skill they've developed, and then you think about like, oh, I want to step out and do this on my own, but not a lot of people ready to make that sacrifice like you was making, you know.
I think it worked for the best for me, to be honest. The only thing I would have done differently is I would have gone to college, just to not really to learn too much, because you don't really learn hands-on things in college. You really just meet people and build connections in college. And so I would have liked to do that, so I could have those connections, and like, you can reach out to the people that you went to college with. Like, now I'd be reaching out to people like, hey, bro, you want to come help me on this project I'm doing? You want to come help me on this? Or they would reach out to me like, hey, I got this project I'm doing right now, and we need a director of photography, or we need an editor, or we need a producer, or we need, you know, something. So it'd be like, it's like
you have a more diverse network.
It's a network that you build. It's just in college. So I wish I would have done that, but I was living fast. I've been living fast until the end of last year, to be honest. I kind of had to slow things down, but
So what was life like in that period between, you know, 21 and, you know, 24? You say you're 25 right now. What was life like between that period of 21, from being Capital Media Entertainment to being? So what was it like?
Getting money and
but how do you
money and
how do you build those connections? You know what I mean? Because like, you're brand new to Atlanta. You're working on getting a spot, sleeping in your car, not a lot of equipment. Like, what was that journey like? What was the come up from nothing to something?
Sleeping in the car to getting a spot?
Just describe that to me.
Oh, it was just working.
So you was just going out meeting people, telling people what it is that you could do. And you just had your Canon?
Sometimes I did. Yeah, I had the Canon still. Sometimes I did videos for free at first, and then built that relationship off of that.
Yeah.
Like, I would shoot them a video for free, and then they would be like, oh yeah, I like this video, bro, I need another video. And then I would be like, okay, so what's your budget? You know? So I worked from there. Like, okay, I built the relationship up, did the video, and then we got to from an unpaid client to a paid client. So it's like, sometimes you have to make those sacrifices. Like, okay, you're not going to make any money now doing the work, but do the work and then make the money later. I did that for a bunch of people when I first moved here, to be honest. But that wasn't, like, I didn't stay doing that for a long time, because I got kind of my name kind of went up after that. Because, like, the second year I was in Atlanta, I shot a Lil Baby video.
Oh, for real?
So that was...
What song?
I can't remember the song name. Hold on. I gotta look it up now.
Yeah, I got a picture of me and Lil Baby at the gas station off of
Ooh, it's called Narcs.
I don't know if I know that one. It's old. Kinda.
It's like 3 years old, 4 years old, about that time. Hell yeah. But that was like the first big video I did, and I co-directed the video. But I feel like I could have got more attention off of that if I would have communicated with the director more of what I wanted from the video itself, because I should have got credits as a co-director on the video. I mean, I have a credit, but it's not in the video. I feel like it should have said directed by and then co-directed by Marko Steez, and then that would have been
big.
But I ended up doing another Lil Baby video. I ended up doing a Future video. I've done a bunch of big videos since then, but it's always like a slow. That was like a big push. That was like, okay, I can add this to my resume and show people like, yeah, bro, I did this video.
So is that people that was already in their network bringing you on to kind of help them with projects? Or
I wouldn't say Lil Baby brought me into his world, because he was connected with the director that shot the video.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're connected with somebody, and somebody's reaching out to you.
Like, I feel like the director that shot the video was sending me work to do, to be honest, because he was like, okay, I get that you're upcoming, you don't have as much equipment, so I could throw you videos that I turned down. So he was turning down like videos where artists only had like a $1,500 budget or whatever, and that was like a jump for me. I wasn't even charging $1,500 for a video yet. So I started doing that. I was charging like $1,500 for a video after that, and then shit, the rest is history. Then, to be honest, but it's been big.
Keep growing the network, staying diligent, doing work, growing the connection. So what's kind of your goal now is to keep up with the smaller like music making community and make videos for them at a faster rate? You're doing more, or are you trying to get like still more into that celebrity status where you're working with A-list artists?
I mean, it's always like it's like a seesaw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a up on one side and there's a up on the other side. So sometimes it's up with the celebrities, sometimes it's down, but when it's down with the celebrities, it's up with the smaller artists. Yeah. When it's down with the other people, it's up with everything else. So it's like a give and take.
Yeah.
And you're never losing. It's just like, okay, well, I'm not doing a job that is as big as I was doing. Like now I'm focused on the smaller artists and the like mainly what do you call it? Short form content, like reels and stuff like that. I'm focused on making like promotional reels for artists, music. Like we shoot a reel and it's promoting their song that's gonna come out next week or in 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just did that. We had booked a studio or a peer space or whatever it was for like 8 hours, and we shot a music video, we shot reel content, we did a photo shoot, we did everything in that one day. So it's like focusing on that and building, like just building from there. Because to be honest, I was in the hospital for like 3 months in October last year. So that kind of slowed me down. That kind of slowed everything down for me. I had to reevaluate everything I was doing. That's why I said like life was moving fast up until that point, because that just kind of humbled me, to be honest. So in October 24th, so I had rented my grip truck, which I have like a big box truck, like a 30-foot box truck, and it's like a moving truck, like a Penske truck or a U-Haul truck, like, well, way bigger than a U-Haul truck. It's like a Penske truck. So
it's like them big ones that they deliver furniture in. And,
it's as wide as this room right here. So I had rented that truck to them for like 2 weeks, and they had also hired me to come on the set to work for them. So at the time, my car is messed up, so it's in the shop. So I had a motorbike too. So at like 4 a.m., the call time was at 5 a.m. So I woke up 4 a.m., was getting ready, whatever, and left so I could get there at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I must have left at like 4:30, 4:20 something, because I'm like 30 minutes away from the location. So I'm on my bike. And I don't remember any of this stuff at all, to be honest. Like, so I left the house, and apparently I was on, like, the main road that's right next to my house, which is Camp Creek Boulevard.
Right there by the airport.
Or Camp Creek Parkway, whatever it's called. Yeah. And I was, like, 6 minutes from my house. I was on Camp Creek. I was driving. Green light. And apparently a driver had turned into me while I was driving, and I don't remember any of this stuff at all. It's crazy, and good thing I don't, because I would probably have PTSD. Yeah. So I got hit by that car, and then there was another car that was following me that was probably like 50, 60 feet behind, not behind me, but on the other side of me. Yeah. And the car hit me and then pinned the bike between those two cars, and then I just went flying.
Right.
And so my leg broke in like multiple different places. My bones came out. I was in a coma. I don't remember any of this stuff. I don't remember the day I woke up out of the hospital.
Yeah.
I don't remember the accident, the day before the accident, the day after, the day, because I didn't go into a coma until like 2 days after.
Yeah.
So And I was in a coma for like 27 days, but I didn't even come home. I couldn't even walk when I came home.
Yeah.
I was in a wheelchair at the hospital, and I was on crutches when I came home on January 15th. And shit, I could damn near run. Now I couldn't even walk.
Yeah.
7 months. Well, shit, what month is it?
July.
July,
So,
January,
no, I guess today, August 1st.
August 1st?
Yeah, today, August 1st. So,
February,
that's 10 months ago.
Okay, 10 months. I couldn't even walk 10 months ago. I couldn't even take a shower by myself. I had to have my mom put me in the tub, and she was like, okay, you can take a shower. And I was like, Mom, I don't want you in here bathing me, because I feel like an old person. Like, Ma, you could just turn the shower on and you could leave.
Yeah.
And I still couldn't walk. So I had my crutches. I was walking around on crutches, and even at that point, I didn't even want to do that. So I was just sitting on the couch damn near all day. And I was like, okay, I need to get up. I need to get up off of this couch, cause I was like, okay, I'm tired of not being able to walk. So I went out. I was in the cul-de-sac, like walking around on my crutches, just walking around the cul-de-sac circles for like 20 minutes a day. And I did that for like 2 weeks. But on probably like the 4th day I was doing that, I was like, I came into the house, and I sat my crutches down, and I stood up, and I'm like, look, I can stand up. I can do it by myself, right? And so I thought I could walk then. So I was like, because I wasn't taking a shower in my bathroom, because my bathroom doesn't even have well, it has a tub, but the tub is separate from the shower.
Yeah.
So I stood up in my shower, and I was doing my thing, and I had picked the soap up from the thing to scrub on the loofah, and I dropped the soap by accident. And I went to pick it up, and I fell down.
Yeah.
I fell down, and I was stuck at that point. I couldn't get up. And my parents heard me, and they yelled. They're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Really, I'm not fine. No, I'm trying to figure out like how the fuck I'm about to get back up. So I got back up, but I was like, okay, I can't take a shower in my shower until I can actually walk. So that really slowed me down. But
you ain't break nothing again or anything like that when you fell, did you?
I didn't break anything. No, I was fine. Shit, I got 2 rods in my leg now, and at first I thought I had a fake knee too, to be honest. But I got a rod in my tibia and my fibula, which they say fibia, or
yeah, that's right.
a fibia. They say fibia, but at the hospital they said fibula. So I got a really big rod all the way down in my fibula, and a really big rod in my tibia as well, like the whole bone, because the bones just shattered. They came out of my legs.
Yeah.
I got some crazy scars on my legs where the bones came out, and it's like this. Like, this is my leg, and this is like, it's like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my leg would be like this normally, but it looks like this where my bone came out. So there's like a curve in my leg that wasn't there. Like, last year, this time last year, that wasn't there. My leg was just regular. Like, how your leg is, but now I got a curve.
That's crazy. Well, you're lucky to be alive, though. That's insane.
Hell yeah.
So what was it like? You got back to walking. How did you kind of speed the pace up with your business from there?
I feel like the pace with the business kind of slowed down because, I mean, we're in a recession right now, to be honest. So, I mean, the economy is fucked up. I'm fucked up. So I was focusing on getting everything back right, because I could barely walk at this point. So I'm like, okay, let me go to the gym, get my shit right. And I could run damn near now, but I was like, okay, I'm taking things slow, so let me take everything slow, because that's what it is right now. It's a recession. Everybody is, I mean, I feel like a lot of people, I wouldn't say everybody, I feel like the majority of people are taking things slow right now, especially if they are business owners or small business owners. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like with celebrities, it's like a seesaw, like up, down, and I feel like, okay, the celebrities last year it was that. Now I feel like this year it's more of the smaller artists, and that's what I'm focusing on right now. So I feel like just focusing on the smaller artists and then getting my social media, the promotion right with my social media and my website, promoting myself the right way, and creating like marketing strategies to go as far as reaching out to blogs or reaching out to websites, or even having people like you reach out to me like, okay, so this is going to be good for me in the long run, because it's like, okay, this is something that is going to help promote me as a person. But also it's like, so I'm doing that, but I'm also focused on working on myself too. So it's kind of like a give and take. It's like, well, I wouldn't say give and take for real. I would say it's like a balance.
Yeah.
Because, okay, you have to eat, you have to pay bills, but you also have to be able to continue with whatever you're doing in life. Because the doctor told me when I walked in there, he was like, wow, you're walking without crutches? Because the doctor didn't think I could walk without crutches at that point, that soon. So I walked into the appointment without the crutches. He was like, wow, you know, most people that get in accidents like this and were in a coma, they get their leg fixed and they just get a wheelchair and they just say, fuck it. They give up. And I was like, no, I'm too young, bro. I can't. I'm 25. I can't give up. I can't be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. So that's how I feel with myself, and that's how I feel about my business. Like, okay, my business is down right now, but it can't stay like this forever. It can't be in a wheelchair for the rest of its life. It can't be like how the doctor said how other people are. No, I can't just give up, lay down and be like, fuck it, it's over with. I might as well go get a regular job and just take the paycheck. Nah.
Yeah, no, I feel that. That's so what's it like today? What's it like right now?
It's decent right now, for real.
So things are coming back up, doing more videos, a lot of music stuff.
I would say, yeah, a lot of music stuff, because that's really all I do. But I really want to get into like working with businesses and companies and being able to shoot promotional content for companies, or like commercials, or really short form content, because I feel like short form right now is the most I don't even know what to say for the most beneficial thing for businesses or people in general to do. It's the most beneficial thing to do, because short form content is where everybody gets their content. People are always on Instagram or TikTok or Twitter or whatever. They're on Facebook. And if they're not on that, most of the time they're not on YouTube finding the next trend. They're on Instagram. Yeah. Or they're on social media. So that's how you're going to put your content out, is through social media, through short form content. So that's what I'm focusing on right now. I'm doing music videos still for artists that want music videos, but I'm saying, okay, bro, we could shoot a music video, but what's your idea, or what's your plan to promote this as far as the release for the music video? Do you have an album cover or a single cover? Do you have reels? Do you have short form content? And I push everything to them like, okay, bro, you need a single cover, you need short form content to promote it, and you need, up to that music video, you need stuff to promote the fact that the song is out, the fact that the music video is coming soon, and the fact that the music video is
there's
out
more
itself.
pieces.
So it's like, you have to have a rollout as far as everything. And that's with businesses too. You can't just push a product and be like...
pieces. It's pieces. You can't just flop it out there in front of people.
Yeah.
A lot of like the biggest example I use of that is like if you look at the movie industry, like movie studios, locked. Like think about how many places you just saw the Barbie movie before the Barbie movie came out. I mean, you were seeing it at fast food
Instagram.
places,
Fast food.
Instagram. You were seeing trailers. You were seeing merchandise. You were seeing posters on the wall. You were seeing events. Like you were seeing celebrities interacting with the brand. Like there's definitely levels to the rollout on the small business front.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But that's dope. I want to wrap the podcast up because it's something else that I want to kind of bring you in on. Because I think you've kind of given us a really your story's dope. First of all, and your work ethic is dope. And I think I can help you do some more stuff in that industry. I'll tell you a little bit about kind of the other side of our business whenever we turn the recording off. But I appreciate you coming, bro. I'm gonna edit this up. I'll get it out. But yeah, I appreciate you coming. Like I said, I think your work ethic is dope and your business is dope, and as a human, you're dope in general, bro. So keep doing what you're doing, bro. Keep doing what you're doing for real. Tell people before I turn it off. Tell people how to find you if they want to connect with you.
Oh, how to find me? So on Instagram, you can find me at Marko MARKO.STEEZ, Marko Steez. My website is capitalmediaent.com, which is capital like CAPITAL, not capital.
Yeah, not like money, like the capital in Atlanta. Yeah.
Not the capital in Atlanta, yeah. Capital like money entertainment. Yeah. Which is funny because, okay, I won't get into that. But, so yeah, Instagram, Marko Steez, my website. I don't know what else you can find me on,
No, that's straight. But like I said, I appreciate you coming for real, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Burn the ship.